Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. Hey, yeah, I was hacked. That really sucked. I might still be hacked. I don't know. If this is on the Clips channel, I'm still hacked. If it's on the main channel, then I guess we got it figured out. But the Game Awards happened, and there was a lot of really fun stuff for fighting games. And one big thing in particular here for myself and the Rooflemonger audience is the return of Virtua Fighter. And also the return, for me personally, of Turok. I'm actually super stoked. But yeah, in the Game Awards, before even Virtua Fighter, we had the big Tekken 8 reveal of Clive from Final Fantasy 16. And he is decidedly not Tifa. And people are not too happy about that. I think he looks kind of cool, right? But that's just me. But people are not too happy. And betrayed, if you will, the people cried out, "Where is the 3D fighter for the common man? Where is the 3D fighter that will listen to the will of the people? Bandai Namco won't do that." Well, you know who will? The call of heroism went out and Sega picked up the phone. So yes, my friends, Virtua Fighter 6 has finally been announced at the Game Awards. If you've been following along on the Rooflemonger Twitter account, I basically, for every major game show for like 5-6 years, I'm like, okay, this is the year, this is the time, and I'm wrong every time, except for this time when I was right. You only gotta be right once, right? Because you can't unannounce the game. So we got our Virtua Fighter 6 trailer, and we also got Virtua Fighter 5 Revo / Ultimate Showdown 2.0, because they're technically different, because one has rollback, the other one doesn't. But anyway, so yeah, lots of Virtua Fighter stuff happened the other night at the Game Awards. And of course, what you're seeing here is that trailer, and it's certainly very different. Like, here is our poster boy, Akira, except Akira doesn't look like Akira. Like, he's doing the Tetsuzanko pose, but other than that, this is different, to say the least. But as we'll get into, different is exactly what they're going for. They don't want same old, same old. It's not to say that the VF vibe isn't there, because absolutely, we have this little gameplay snippet here. And the look is different. The vibe is different, but it's still unmistakably Virtua Fighter. You can just tell by what little gameplay we have here. It is fast, frenetic. It is go, 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 go. Like, there is both players, you know, taking multiple turns. They're going at each other. There is no stopping. That is the essence of Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter is like a pit fight. Both people are in each other's faces, and it's always go time. We are going to circle around back to this footage later in the video, as there's a lot of stuff going on here, but just to get through all the news as it stands, because we also have the Virtua Fighter Direct. And this Direct was basically like, hey, yo, we're back. Yep, it's been a while, but Virtua Fighter is back, and, well, we're happy to be here. And from this, we got some more details other than just that raw little mini trailer that we got at the Game Awards. So we got Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown 2.0 / Revo, and that dropped like immediately, plus the open beta for Revo on PC is happening right now on Steam. And when the game launches, I think it's going to be like $15 American, so it's a good price point. You're not going to break the bank trying to get into Virtua Fighter. And when Revo launches properly on the channel, I'll try my best to redo a lot of the Virtua Fighter guides, especially because there is some balance and system changes. Like, I went through the patch notes, they're kind of, there's some stuff there. It's pretty interesting. If I have my account back, maybe we'll do a video going over some of those soon. But let's talk about Virtua Fighter 6 now. So part of that VF Direct was, yo, let's talk about VF6. So VF6, it looks like primarily it is going to be RGG Studio at the helm. And fair enough, as a team, they got, you know, the talent, they got the resources. RGG Studios in the last few years has been just kind of skyrocketing the prominence, and for good reason, because they make very good games. And when they talk about what their vision is for the new Virtua Fighter, it's not just gonna be same old necessarily. And the big key thing they're coming for VF6 is they want innovation, as Virtua Fighter literally created the genre of 3D fighting games, right? And it's always been ahead of its time. Virtua Fighter does something, other people copy. It's why Tekken 4 is the dark sheep of Tekken, because Tekken 4 copied Virtua Fighter 3, which was also the dark sheep. So one screwed up, then the other one screwed up. And basically they're looking to be very innovative about it. And we see in the gameplay snippet, things obviously look pretty different. And for things feeling fresh and exciting, they're taking that with the cast. Like, this is Akira. This is the most radical redesign for a protagonist fighting game character since like Terry Bogard in Mark of the Wolves. Obviously, his look has evolved past angry karate man, right? We got a longer coat here. We got like the bowler hat going on. Everything's very beat up, very hobo-ish, I guess. And the only other person we saw is Sarah, right? Okay, we got the classic Sarah bodysuit kind of redesigned, except this isn't Sarah. Akira had his name at the bottom here, and the name is not Sarah here. It is Stella, the bridge between worlds. And this looks like Sarah, but if her name is Stella, what's going on? I don't know. One of the things we've talked about from the various leaks is, plot is coming back to the game and the series. Maybe Sarah is brainwashed by Judgment 6, which is the evil Illuminati, which is barely in the plot, but it is there. Maybe it's a clone of Sarah. I don't know, but it's Sarah, obviously, but the name doesn't say Sarah. But regardless, we'll find out in time. The model looks great. She actually has like a little bit of some defined muscles. Doesn't have, Tekken doll face syndrome going on. Like, this looks like a person with imperfections. Although, obviously still good looking. I'm sure the Samus Aran fans will be very happy when the time comes. If you know, you know. We also got a look at some models. And yes, so the classic Akira look is very much there, as you can see. So it may well be the case that all the classic characters are getting an all new look, but also keeping their classic look as well. So then everybody's happy. You want to make an all new audience happy, but of course you don't want to cheese off the people that have been here all along. So all audiences will be catered to, it looks like. All things for all people. I guess Virtua Fighter 6 is the ultimate game, right? How could it not be? Like, it's not out. We don't really know much about the game. It would not be fair for me to say Virtua Fighter 6 is the perfect video game, but between you and me, I think it's probably gonna be. The birth of Virtua Fighter 6 is the death of all games that came before it. So that's the main news that we know, but now let's roll back around here. Let's get back to that gameplay footage, what we have right now. So obviously number one is the aesthetic, right? Like, it looks a little like washed out, not in a bad way, but like very bright, very real, if you will. This looks, and I think very much on purpose, kind of like a martial arts movie. And the stage, well, this is very much not like a classic Virtua Fighter stage, to say the least. As there's stuff everywhere, right? Like, there's no ring out here, and obviously not every VF stage has ring outs, but VF stages don't look like this. If anything, this looks like a Dead or Alive stage. And you know what? I think there's something to that, because in that initial trailer, we see the environment getting messed around with. We see stuff breaking. So it could be Akira could shoulder you through a wall, just very much like in the actual trailer. They want Virtua Fighter to evolve. They want VF to change, and this would be a very big way to do it, for sure. The stage also doesn't look like a clean square or rectangle. Like, there looks like there's nooks and crannies, like you could get in between the shacks there. So stage design, as VF has traditionally been, could be taking a pretty wild change just in general. And of course, the actual gameplay, like, let's dig into that. Like Stella, I guess, not Sarah, right? The kick, just good presentational value here. It whiffs, Akira ducks it, because you can duck highs, and there's still a good screen shake, right? There's still a meaty presence of the move. Lets you know that kind of kick means business at bare minimum. This is a good tell for a move. Sarah blocks, and we're going to come back to the blocking, because there's something here, right? And then we see, okay, Akira goes for the throw. But the throw, like, this is a very Akira style throw, but the throw isn't just, I reach both my hands out and then throw animation triggers like Tekken or VF, or like every 3D fighter really, right? The throw animation looks a lot more natural, at least from this bit here. Like, it's a fluid motion from the start. It's not just, I reach my hands forward and if I connect, then trigger throw animation. It looks like the startup of the throw is part of the animation. So once again, this really helps the overall presentation. I can only go by what's given here, but this is how this reads to me. And now, keeping with this like very strong animation presence, look at Sarah block. So Sarah is blocking, and it's not just hold G and then, you have your hands up and you block everything, right? She's actively reacting to all the moves, like raises her arm to block the one strike. And then with the low coming in here, she raises her leg, and I guess that move is dealt with. Next strike comes in, she raises her other arm to deflect it, right? But it looks like it's just all block. but all the block animations are keyed to the moves you're actually blocking. So similar to like how Street Fighter does parry. You get different animations depending on what kind of move you parry, right? Like highs or lows, except they're kind of taking it to the next level. Gameplay wise, this doesn't actually change anything, I suppose, but visual presentation wise, this is definitely next level stuff. Especially if you want to make it like an esport, which is what the leak said, right? Any common viewer could watch this stuff and like, oh, this is why this got blocked, this is what this got blocked. Like, it tells a story in and of itself. Like when Sarah attacks Akira, much the same here. You see, Akira is blocking the different punches with different arms. It's not just a static block animation. Like, this is actual next level presentation stuff. This looks fantastic. And then Sarah, in typical Bryant behavior, goes, I got a flip kick, and gets smoked. And Akira dodging it, evasiveness is always one of the hallmarks of Virtua Fighter, in that you can basically evade everything, right? If you see it coming, you can always avoid it. No character specifics or anything like that. Everyone can dodge everything. Then Akira lands in with the Iron Mountain, the Tetsuzanko, the classic move, and blows her away. And that's everything we currently know. Now the leaks, which wound up being correct, by the way, say this game is multi-platform, rollback netcode, cross-play on all platforms, so all the goodies you would expect. The only thing we're missing is a release date and obviously more game info. Release date, who knows? On Polygon, they said 2025. I can't see this backed up anywhere else. There is no official statement on any release date that I've personally seen. So it'd be nice if it was next year, but it could be also 2026. Regardless though, we have VF5 Revo, the nice balance changes, the rollback netcode, 4K graphics, and also it runs at 144 FPS. I tested out myself, the beta. That's really sweet. So if you haven't played VF5, yo, play VF5. There's a reason that game stood the test of time. And once again, when Revo launches properly later in January, as long as I have my account back, we'll see. I still don't know as of the time of me making this. I'll try to have a bunch of guides and all that ready for you. But yeah, I'm very excited. I've been waiting so long for this, and it's finally here. Virtua Fighter is a beautiful series. I'll shill for it. I got no problem saying that. I'm shilling for it because it's good. There's a reason why all your favorite 40-year-old fighting game players love Virtua Fighter, because it's a great damn series. I'm 41 right now. I'm the youngest Virtua Fighter player alive. And I look forward to sharing the hype and excitement with you with the launch of Virtua Fighter 6 as we get there over time. That all said though, my friends, that is the video. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Virtua Fighter.